Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A vicious visit with Diana devastates Leo, and Chanel doubles over in pain. A cheery Lucas comes downward to meet Kate in the cantina. He's thrilled to have slept anywhere but captivity, the friary, or the motel, but he did hear someone crying last night. Kate relays that Harris broke Ava's heart by leaving city to find Megan. Lucas wishes he'd the chance to thank Harris for getting him out of captivity. Kate scoffs that it took him long enough, but she's thrilled to have her son back. Not for long, Lucas retorts. Chad comes home from the Salem PD and tells Julie that Clyde was packed off to Supermax. Jack enters, wondering why he'd want to see Weston again. He hopes he didn't have vengeance fantasies in mind. Chad uneasily shifts and says he did, but eventually couldn't pull the detector. Jack is happy to hear it and says his farewells. Sniffling, Julie stops him from leaving. At home, Abe shows Paulina an online composition about the failed Sweats to recall her as mayor. It galls Paulina that she had to reinstate EJASD.A to make him drop it. She feels bad about Melinda, who told her to shove her other job offer. Now, she needs a new head of sanitation. Abe offers up himself. While Paulina would love to work with him, she doesn't want to be his master. Abe understands. He'll be patient and look for commodity differently. Further, Sherry Jimenez trials a changed Gabby. Mark Green meets with Chanel and Johnny in a test room at the sanitarium. He tells them that the baby appears to be developing typically, but he saw soft labels that could indicate a natural abnormality. He's pertaining them to an inheritable counselor in Los Angeles for farther tests. When Mark mentions his family, Chanel textbooks Felicity to meet up before they leave city. In the captivity caller's room, Leo nervously practices his set statements to his mama as she enters. Diana, refresh your memory on her, saunters to the table, reaching for his script. He pulls it down from her. Deriding him, she mocks his talk of remedy, wondering why he indeed needs it. Because of you, he shouts. He yells at her for being a bad mama, but she doesn't want to hear about his nonage traumas. She wails for the guard as Leo reads from his script about her manipulations. He declares she no way should have been a mama in the first place. She takes his script and rips it up. In the captivity caller's room, Diana looks up at pieces of ripped paper raining down on her. Leo watches, stone-faced. Further, Patrick Dempsey joins prequel series at the cantina. Lucas explains to his unhappy mama that he's going to Phoenix to be with Will and Allie. He needs to make amends for what he did to Sammy. Kate blames herself, wondering if both he and Philip inherited their madness from her. Lucas dismisses her proposition and assures her he'll return. He'll no way take his freedom for granted again. At the Horton house, Julie hesitates before giving Jack the time capsule to see if Jennifer can figure it out. After Jack leaves, Julie assures Chad she's not going to tell Jack anything. She doesn't indeed know what she'd say. Chad hoped he'd have good news before Jack left, but he wonders if they'll ever know at all. Since the feds wouldn't let Chad talk to Clyde, he and Julie agree they'll have to figure out who the Riddle woman is without him. Felicity holds out a stuffed beast to Johnny, who stands with Chanel. A for parcel sign hangs in Sweet Bit's window. Further, how two further troublemakers could return. Chanel and Johnny come to the square where a for lease sign hangs in the Sweet Bit's window. Everything feels so real now. Chanel worries about the baby and if she's ready to be a mama. When Felicity joins them, she and Chanel say how important they'll miss each other. Felicity gives them her veritably first stuffed beast for the baby. After Felicity leaves, Chanel worries she forced having the baby on Johnny. While it took him a while to warm up to the idea, after seeing the ultrasound filmland, he's fully on board. Johnny promises they will get through whatever life throws at them together. Diana presses against the unrestricted captivity caller's room door. Her face twists with anguish. Further, Judith Chapman weighs in on Diana's return at the captivity. Diana tells Leo she's not to condemn for his degenerate life. It's not her fault he's the way he is. A wounded Leo asks, "What do you mean by that, mama? Gay?" Diana responds, "Single. Friendless. Perfidious. Unloving. Unloved. Did I miss anything?" Leo flatly says that covers it. She disparages his remedy again and accuses him of wasting her time. Leo says he came there for him, not her. "Did it work?" she snarks. "Feel better?" Leo recalls the first time his father hit him. He prayed her to make him stop, but Diana just told him to stink it up and to be a man. He fights gashes, recalling how when he eventually killed his father to cover them, Diana criticized him. She had one job, to cover him, but she no way did that. Leo asks if his mama is going to say anything. "I am at a loss, actually," she says. "And wearied, if you must know." The coming time he decides to visit, just do'ent. Leo assures her he won't and leaves. Diana's cold expression turns to a look of anguish. Lucas comes to the Horton house to say farewell to Julie and Chad. He asks about the videotape pulled up on Chad's laptop. After making sure he won't tell anyone differently, Chad says it could be proof Abigail is still alive. Upon watching it, Lucas muses that Clyde is playing mind games. But he knows Chad needs to find his own verity. Leo comes to the sanitarium but can't get an appointment with Marlena until hereafter. He sits and relives his visit with Diana. As sad as it is, he still wants her to love him. He grows emotional as Mark finds him. Abe comes to the cantina for carryout for Johnny and Chanel before they leave city. Kate relays that Lucas is leaving, too. Perhaps it's a sign that she needs to stop obsessing over her children and get a job. Abe had the same study. She wonders if they should mate up on a business. She's not sure what just yet, but she'll keep him posted. At the apartment, Johnny and Chanel tell Paulina everything went okay at their Croker's appointment. Still, Chanel winces and doubles over in pain. Character return, bad news, so long Salem Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers for Tuesday, June 25, 2024, hint at some plot twists on the horizon coming on Days of Our Lives. A character makes a splashing return, while a super couple gets bad news, and someone flings Conjay to the little city. What kind of drama should suckers anticipate on Tuesday? Time to find out. Leo Stark visits his mama in captivity. DOOL spoilers for Tuesday, June 25 suggest that as Leo Stark, Greg Rickard, continues on his road to tone discovery, he'll decide to pay his mama, Diana Colville, a visit in captivity. Actress Judith Chapman will duplication the part, as Leo has a converse with his mama about his traumatic knowledge. Will she help him resolve any once issues he has so he can move forward? Trending. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Judith Chapman opens up about her return to Salem. Janelle deals with bad news. Speaking of issues, day spoilers for Tuesday, June 25 indicate that Chanel DiMera, Raven Bowens, and Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, will be headed out of Salem, but just before they leave, they'll be dealt with some bad news that could change the course they're on. Added teasers for Wednesday's show hint that Chanel will suffer a medical extremity. Will the baby be okay? And does this medical exigency mean they won't leave the little city, after all? Days of Our Lives spoilers, Alex and Maggie Kyriakis move forward incipiently. DOOL spoilers for Tuesday note that while Janelle may not end up exiting Salem, someone differently will. Added teasers state that Lucas Horton, Brian DiTillo, will partake an emotional goodbye with Kate Roberts, Lauren Koslow, as he leaves city. There's a veritably good chance that Lucas decides to go to New Zealand to be with Will Horton, Chandler Massey, and Allie Horton, Lindsay Arnold, as it's been a hot nanosecond since he's seen his children and grandchild, thanks to his captivity stint. Will Lucas return to the little city at some point? Only time will tell.